What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got another project going on. I already got it tore apart. I wasn't going to do a video on it because I'm tired, I'm feeling lazy, I'm irritated. Call in sick, took the day off of work to deal with this last minute, but thought about it a little bit, figured I had to do a video for you guys. Show you what's going on. So as you can see, we're replacing the front hub, wheel bearing, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're swapping out. I'll show you the scenario and what we got going. I will go ahead and go through it since you can see I already got it ripped apart. I'll show you how to get it back together. Really pretty simple process. Like I said, if you need to take it apart, it's going to be the reverse of what I'm going to show you how to do. So, apologies for not getting the video of us taking it all apart in the disassembly, but yeah, wasn't going to do it at all. So here's the situation. If you guys aren't familiar with the channel, truck is a 2009 Silverado 2500 HD duramax. Probably pretty universal part for these trucks. So here's the scenario, guys. Going down the road about 10 minutes after leaving work yesterday, all of a sudden chimes, bells, and whistles coming on, warning lights and messages all over the truck. I was kind of like, what the hell? You can see we got ABS light came on, our traction control light, we got service StabiliTrak warning, service trailer brake system warning, there's your bells and chimes again, ABS system warning, traction control, everything's just coming up here. I thought, what in the hell's going on? First instinct was probably lost a ABS sensor or a wheel speed sensor, whatever you want to call it. Didn't think much of it, really didn't have time to deal with it. Get home last night, it's late, it's dark, parked the truck. Get up this morning to leave for work, and it's making a god-awful sound as soon as I pull out of the driveway. It didn't make a sound at all last night, but terrible sound this morning. The best way I could describe it, it's kind of metal on metal. Really kind of sounded like if you ever got a rock stuck in your caliper. Just that god-awful grinding noise. Pulled over, see what the hell was going on, and I could see my right front tire was sitting at a complete angle. So we got to call in sick, come home and try and deal with it. Now here is the bearing I yanked out. I guess the camera will pick that up or not, but it's pretty well mangled all around there and coming apart. Yeah. All sorts of slop at the tire. After I jacked it up, it was flopping all around. So yanked it off. Here we got our new one. We're going to go ahead and replace that. ABS sensor, you can see, goes right in there. Pulled that one right out of the top there. Camera probably won't pick it up. The tone ring's a little bit chewed up in there, and you can see over here on the ABS sensor, a little slop and whatnot in there. It allowed it to chew it up a little bit. So luckily the whole new assembly comes with the new piece, so that explains the lights, the bells and whistles. So we'll go ahead and get this swapped out, show you guys how to do that real quick, and we'll go from there. So here we are going back together, guys. The new part, like I said, it's obvious, it's clear, it's splined. You know, line things up, don't forget, put your dust shield. Your brakes goes in between there. Sandwiches in like so. Everything lined up. And then you've got 4 of these bolts right here come in through the back. These are 15 millimeters. Just a minute, I'll get one started here. I'll get the camera moved and show you. They are hard to miss. They're just right around the back of the CV axle there. And that will hold everything into place temporarily. Or you can just take your nut and your washer, screw that on here, and hold that into place that way till you get those 15 millimeter bolts started, whichever you find easier or more convenient. Okay, so here is your washer. Seats in here. Here is your nut. I'm going to tighten on there. This is a 36 millimeter, or if you're like me and you don't have a 36 millimeter, 1 3/8 socket fits and does the job just fine. Torque spec on this is 177 foot-pounds when you're going back together with that. See, the camera here to the back, and we got the 2 in on the other side. You can kind of see right back here, this is where these other 15 millimeter bolts will go. So let me get those tightened down and we'll go from there. So as you guys can see, we got the hub nut torqued back down. We've got our 4 15 millimeter bolts back in there and lined up. Now that we got this in there, as you guys can see, just from this angle, you can see the back of the bearing there. So before I even jacked things up, and I just kind of peeked under here, I knew exactly what was wrong, because when I looked at the back of the one that was in here, this little chunk of metal, a little piece of the bearing that you can kind of tell has just been shaved off, was just flopping around, and they're just kind of hanging there like that. So it was a pretty dead giveaway in my situation what was wrong. Then of course, once I jacked it up and got the weight off the vehicle, there was all sorts of slop in play. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw our rotor back on, then we'll get the caliper mounted back into place. Don't forget, you're gonna wanna route your ABS sensor, get that plugged back in. Mine's a little bit different because of the lift. I don't have the factory locations here anymore, so I kind of gotta do it in a hokey manner and zip tie things out of the way. But if you have a factory truck, obviously you'll have these clips you'll have to pop in and out. So if you've never done brakes before and this is your first time tackling something like this, really simple, don't be afraid of it. Once you get your caliper back into place, you got two 21 millimeter bolts, top and bottom here. These are what hold your caliper on into place. They can be kind of tight. I had to heat these things to get them off. I actually busted a Matco long handled ratchet clean off trying to get these things out. I'll show you real quick. She gave up the ghost on me. I guess I had some force behind it, so it was only a 3/8. I should have been using a 1/2 inch. That's what I grabbed, and ultimately that's what worked, so it's my own fault, but either way, frustrating. So anyway, we'll get these in, tighten back up. A little trick I like to use if you're ever fighting this stuff back together, throw a lug nut or two on there. It'll help hold that in place. Otherwise, since there's no rust with the new parts holding it into place, it kind of wants to flop around on you. So here we are, guys, all buttoned back up. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't take the time to do the disassembly with you, but if you need to do this, like I said, it's just the exact opposite of what we just did to put it back together. Make sure you disconnect your ABS, unplug it from its harness. You get your two 21 millimeter bolts holding your caliper on. Zip tie or hang that out of the way so it's not pulling on your brake hose. Once you get that out of the way, you can pull your brake rotor off. Then you've got your 32 millimeter or 1 3/8 right here in the center. You want to break that loose. And then you got the 4 15 millimeters in the back holding that on. You might need to give it a little love tap with a hammer or something, depending on how much rust you got going on. At that point, you can literally just pull it right back off. So here we are back together, good as new. You can get the tire back on it, take her for a test drive. We'll throw the key in it and hope to God that reset the ABS system and all the annoying warnings and lights and gizmos we had going. Well, here goes nothing. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Just like that, everything's gone. Hard to believe all those warnings are related to the ABS system, but they are. So anyway, hopefully you guys don't get in the same predicament I did, but if you do, I really hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. Oh, one other quick thing I will show you guys. The exact same thing happened when I did the rear. You guys follow me, you know I like to use quality components and parts, but I don't have them stocked in my garage by any means, and this stuff never goes south when you expect it. So we had to go with another Duralast product because it's what was quick and close. So if you are curious, because sometimes you guys ask, here's the part number. Would have much preferred to use Delco products, but I don't have time to get them today, and I need this truck running right now. So anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully this helps you out. Stay tuned.